Hello and welcome to the Build with Bear workshop. My name is Pat Bear. I'm here to build a model kit, and I'm also here to hang out with all of you. And I'm going to start things off by throwing the Bear Cave, the Lego, the site, the Tier 2 blue emote in chat. If you are currently a subscriber, you can reply with those emotes. If you are not yet a subscriber, you can say hi or use other people's emotes. Or if you feel like being a lurker, well, here's your opportunity to go ahead and lurk. I am excited for a fun night. I decided, hey, you know what? Christmas is until next week, but let's bust out the Santa hat. Let's get the season started off right. Lashbrook, Zero, Lashbrook. Yeah, so I got the Christmas set out. There are Christmas lights on behind, well, they're not on. They're behind me, and they're not on because then the background would hate them. I might add some Christmas lights around me or like under, I don't know, somewhere. I might add Christmas lights for next week. The plan is right now is that I'm going to be finishing this kit up today and maybe starting the next thing, and then we'll work on the next thing on Saturday, and then we'll pause whatever I'm doing for Monday and probably part of Thursday to work on a Christmas-themed Lego set that I have. So we'll do, oh, hey, Lord Crashton, welcome. So we'll do a Monday and probably Thursday, because I think it's going to take more than just one stream to build that thing. So we'll do that, because I don't mind doing some Christmas stuff on Boxing Day on the 26th. And then a reminder, folks, that next week I will not be streaming on Tuesday, Christmas Eve evening. I will be streaming on Christmas Day evening on Wednesday. So please feel free to come by for that. And I will be doing the diorama builder. There is a Christmas diorama, so we'll work on that and at least I'll probably start it a little bit because I also have to remember how to use that, how to like maneuver things in that game. I don't fully remember it because I've only played it once, and I didn't go. Well, no, I did go back to it to finish the mission, the space thing. Completed. So I did do that, but it's been a while since I played it, so I need to get back into it. I'm gonna drink a little water just right at the top of the stream here. I have to remember that this Santa hat, while it's made of pretty good material and is indeed warmer than just wearing my thin bandana, so I have to remember that and get used to it. But that's on me. That's something I have to do. You don't have to worry about that. Unless you want to worry. If you want to worry for me, you can. I think we're good here. Let's go to the overhead camera. So, hey, another thing. Hey, just another spicy welcome. So I went and bought brighter lights. I bought brighter light bulbs. I just went out and got them. And I don't know if you can see a difference, but I can see a difference in how this is lit. There's still going to be shadows because I can't really avoid that because I just the way the room is set up and the where I can't put my lamps. I did move one lamp higher a bit, which should hopefully cause the light to bleed a little bit there, or to not bleed as much. Also because my monitor, my replacement monitor, is higher than it used to be. Than the previous one, so I had to move the light up there. Yeah, so it's definitely going to be a little more yellow. I do probably need to white balance a bit more. I didn't white balance since I added the new lights. I did take the contrast down, and maybe I could like bump the contrast a little bit just to make it feel a little less yellow. So I could probably do that right now. I'm not going to fiddle too much tonight with it, but I can probably go in here and configure the video and then add a little bit more contrast. Like that. We'll do that. But I'm not going to fiddle with it too much. But I should anyway, re-white balance it since I added more better lighting in here. Better bulbs. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think it's a huge improvement over what it was. And again, I got to tweak things. I got to do that. They arrived, I think, at 5 today, so I didn't really have a big time to fiddle with them too much, because also you kind of need I kind of need to wait till it's darker to then fiddle with things, especially white balance and all that, because I want the proper white balance in the room. We are working on the Gundam Sergeant Verde Buster, the Sergeant Verde Buster Gundam DX set. Been putting that together. There's still a ton of stickers left on this, although I think some of these are optional stickers for optional parts, or stickers for like parts that don't come with this kit, so I think we'll be okay. I see YouTube has a notification about about adding new option to let you channel content be used for AI training for third-party companies, which is surprisingly opt-in versus opt-out. Yes, they do have that. They have that, and they also have idea generators. They will use AI. They will scan your videos that you have uploaded, the titles of your videos, and then they will use AI to generate ideas for you. They've also, and I don't believe they're doing this for everybody right now, but that is, I think it's in beta. There is AI. They've always had like most common responses to things in chat for me. So like if somebody leaves me a comment on a YouTube video, it would be like, oh, I really love this. Like a default option they'll give me is to just say, thanks, I'm proud of it, or whatever. They're in the beta form of trying to make that more robust for people, which just seems unnecessary. It seems like a complete waste of time. But then again, that's how I feel about all of this shit. I feel like all of it is a waste of time. Speaking of AI bullshit, I think I know what happened. So here's a little thing. I have noticed for like a week, 2 weeks, suddenly my archives, my archives for YouTube, because I have the YouTube VODs channel, and I record stream as it happens, and then I upload to the YouTube archive to YouTube, and I do a local recording once a week. Because of various shenanigans, I just take the whatever was streamed, which I don't like to do because sometimes I have internet disruptions and stuff like that. The local copy is generally better. If the bit rate takes a huge nosedive, the local copy is fine. And what I normally did is I just set the recording to be the same quality as the stream quality, which is not the smallest file in the world, but it's a big size file. It's an HD file. It's 2 hours of video. My views are under 100 for every video. They're usually actually generally around 20 to 30 views on YouTube. So it's just like, it's mainly there as the archive. It's not there because I have a high demand for those VODs. I don't know, I don't really have a demand for those VODs. Most of those VODs are not people watching all the way through. I do know that some people do watch them. So I do want to have them available for those people. And also I send them out, to my patrons and all that. So what I noticed is lately, I was like, these videos just upload so slow and they just get processed so slow. There's something weird going on, and I couldn't figure out what it was. But it was also all of my videos that are recorded in OBS were like taking so long to upload. And it didn't occur to me until really recently, and it should have, but it didn't. It didn't occur to me, and it should have. The reason why they're being uploaded so slowly is because they're larger files than they used to. But I didn't change anything. Those files shouldn't be large. I mean, I recorded when I record Pat Bear's Anime Club, it's at a better quality and therefore a larger size than my streams. But when I record something for like Build with Bear Workshop, that's like the mailbag video. When I do a mailbag video, the mailbag videos are like 6 minutes. They should be uploaded very quickly, and they weren't, and I wasn't sure why. I found out why. My encoding changed, even though I didn't touch anything. My encoding changed because of NVIDIA. NVIDIA, they basically made a new app that GeForce Experience is now integrated. All of their apps are now part of NVIDIA app. It's all one thing, which you would think, yeah, that makes sense. Here's the deal. I knew that. Oh, they changed the name. No problem. I use the GeForce Experience to I don't usually use it to optimize games, but whatever, sure. I mostly do it so that I don't have to find out when new updates come out to new drivers. They just say, hey, do you want to download new drivers? And I go, oh yeah, I do want to download new drivers. Thanks, NVIDIA. And then I download new drivers. And then also, like, it will tell me if broadcast has been updated, which they haven't really updated since, and they don't really need to update. That's fine. Here's the thing, though. The new NVIDIA app optimized OBS, including what encoding that it wanted to use. So my encoding, not just for this stream, but also my encoding for recordings, because my encoding for the stream has increased, which is fine, and it's not going to cause any problems. It doesn't have any problems with my upload or anything like that. It might have something to do with my bitrate fluctuation, but that's really just being on Wi-Fi instead of being wired. But what it did do is I'm encoding I'm encoding quote unquote better, but I'm making bigger video files than I used to. So my upload on Tuesday, which was a little over 2 hours, was 2.5 gigs. Now, 2.5 gigs for a 2-hour video isn't that big of a file, but you have to remember that's my Build with Bear Games stream that I did on Tuesday. Nobody's watching those VODs, really. Nobody's going to be watching that VOD. I mean, nobody really watches my other VODs anyway. That 2-hour video does not need to be 2.5 gigs at all. So I haven't turned it off. I haven't turned the optimization off. I'm trying something else. I'm trying to record. I'm trying to see if a different option will make this video too damn big or like manageable. And I'm going to see. So I'm going to be fiddling with it. So my VODs for the next few days might be slightly different in size. And I'm going to see how that works out. So I was like, this is weird that they didn't say anything. Is there something else I need to know about this? Do I need to know anything else about this NVIDIA app? Is it doing anything else weird? And it turns out, yes, it is. If you have this NVIDIA app and you've been noticing that some of the games that you run aren't really running as smoothly as you can, and your frame rate seems to be suffering a bit, well, there's a new game filter that NVIDIA has on its app. And it is for photo mode. It is meant to use AI learning, machine learning, to let you take better photos in game. And apparently the price of that is performance. So if you have the NVIDIA app, which again, you do not need. You do not need it. You don't need it at all. If you are good about keeping up to date with drivers, you can just go to their website and download drivers when you need to download drivers and not fiddle with any of this shit. But if you are lazy, like me, and you just want it, and you want it to work without having to think about it, what you need to do is open up the NVIDIA app. You want to go to Settings, Features, Overlay, and then you need to turn off Game Filters and Photo Mode, and then turn off the other overlay stuff because you're not doing it. And then relaunch your game. And you can uninstall the app, which I am also thinking about uninstall the app. I'm also debating whether or not I want to go in and debating on whether or not I want to go in and fix anything else in there, or if I want to, I don't know, like just turn it all off and see it and say, you know what, I actually don't want to optimize this at all. I'd prefer to not optimize this shit. What if I just didn't optimize anything? and just leave me alone, NVIDIA. Crazy says, I know you get better quality, overall quality of PC, but this is exactly why people prefer consoles. I mean, hey, guess what? The game consoles are also going to be forcing AI bullshit on you. And it's going to be harder to turn that stuff off than it is here. So I know what you're saying about like optimization and drivers and all that, but the consoles are also going to be hoisting AI bullshit that's going to make things worse as well, because everyone is doing that. NVIDIA just did it in a really weird way. So yeah, it looks like up to 15% drop frame rate. And also, yeah, it just seems real bad. I love the NVIDIA app that never keeps me logged in. Also, yes, the NVIDIA app also, GeForce Experience was notorious for forgetting your password, even though you were like, I don't ask me, just remember it. It was really bad in it. Game-enhancing filters, including innovative new AI-powered filters for RTX users. I don't have RTX stuff, so it's like, okay. Anyway, I'm probably just going to go ahead and... I haven't noticed like a big uptick in quality from using it. I'm probably just going to go ahead and get rid of the NVIDIA app. But I did solve a mystery. And that's a thing that's important to me, your friend Pat, that I solved the mystery of, hey, why the fuck are my video files taking so long to upload? It's because they're fucking huge now for no good reason. They don't need to be that big. So yeah, one mystery has been solved. There are other mysteries that need to be solved, I'm sure, but that one's been solved. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna uninstall the NVIDIA app, and then I will just anytime I get a new game, check or whatever, make it part of my weekly rotation of websites is to go look at for a driver's page and see if there's a new driver, that kind of thing. I'll probably just do that. I don't talk about Ring of Honor that often here on the streams. Ring of Honor was an independent wrestling promotion that... Oh, wait. Okay, so I built that, but we don't get to... I don't get to... Oh, okay, there it is. I can do that. This backpack... Oh, they want me to put the extra feet on first before I put the backpack on. I kind of want to just put the backpack on, but all right, fine. I'm just going to put this backpack on, and then I will work on the feet. This thing has extra feet, so we're going to build that. And the feet have stickers on them, because of course they do. But actually, I think these bigger feet things will help with this kit be stable when it stands up with all of the extra weight we're putting on it when we put this big contraption on there. So yeah, I don't want to talk much about Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor was an independent wrestling promotion of some note. They went through some financial troubles. They were purchased wholesale by Tony Khan. Tony Khan is the owner of AEW. He is not the only person in charge of AEW, but he is the wholesale, complete, and total owner of Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor is somewhat of a developmental brand for AEW. It is also its own thing. A lot of the people who are champions in AEW in Ring of Honor appear in AEW, but not all of them. And by not all of them, I mean the women. Athena just doesn't appear on AEW television, and Red Velvet does occasionally, but hasn't since she won a belt, really. So, and it sucks that way because every other champion makes appearances on AEW except for the women, and it's weird, Anyway, they've got one of their big shows. If you belong to Honor Club, which is $10 a month, you can watch it tomorrow at, I believe the kickoff is at 0 hours at 7 p.m. And then you can watch, the whole show starting at 8, the main show. We'll be talking about that a little bit tonight because I'm going to watch it tomorrow. It is worth $10 to me to watch it, and I will get caught up on some of the weekly shows and probably just skip around and watch some of the matches that interest me. That is generally how I enjoy Ring of Honor, because it is a fine time, but I don't want to spend $10 a month for a weekly show. Like 4 1 hour or 1.5 hour shows is, to me, for $10 is just not really worth it. I know that sounds very privileged, but that's kind of how I feel about it. It's just like not worth the money, the full show. All right, so we got our feet on here. Then I need to put stickers on, because of course this kit has stickers. Got stickers 53. I need to go on both, one on each. Let's find 53, everybody. That's not 50. 53 are these. Great. Put these stickers on. So yeah, I did get it. Used to be that the Ring of Honor pay-per-views were like $20 or something. Now they're just part of your membership. So I got the membership for a month. I got to remember to cancel that because I do not want it past the show. I don't think I want it past the show. But the card is very stacked, and a bunch of matches got added literally tonight. Right now, between the 0 hour, which is the pre-show, and the main card, there are 13 matches, which is too many matches. Do I think some of these matches will be short? Yes. Does that matter, though? Not really. 13 matches is too many matches. 4 of them are pre-show. So there's only 9 matches on the main card. And they are Harley Cameron versus Hanako. Hanako is a big powerhouse gal from Stardom. She is very green, but she is tall and big. And Harley Cameron's going to bump all over the place and make her look great. This is a very silly match. I bet this match is very short, but I also think it'll be fun and people will have a good time with it. So I'm not mad about it. The Tony Khan problem of everyone getting on the card. Indeed, Crazy Coog. There are people on this card who are not signed to AEW or Ring of Honor. It is just like, what? Like Hanukkah. The Infantry, Charlie Bravo and Captain Sean Dean, with Trish Adora in their corner, are taking on the Undisputed Kingdom, Matt Taven and Mike Bennett. And it's very funny because the Infantry were getting over. People really like them. And then they turned them heel for no apparent reason. And then Matt Taven, oh boy, y'all, you don't need to know this dude. Please believe me when I tell you that Matt Taven is the most naturally born wrestling heel I've seen in a long time. That dude just oozes, fuck this dude. His wrestling gear always reminds me of a shitty street magician. Like a shitty Chris Angel. A shittier Chris Angel, I guess I'll say. I think it's like part of the point. But anyway, those are the baby faces. They turned babyface because their friend did. And the power of friendship turned them babyface as well. And I do appreciate that, and I do love that. But like, oh, sure, all right. You're babyfaces now, okay. Like, I guess you are. All right. Then the Dark Order, Alex Reynolds and John Silver, in this case, the Dark Order, are taking on the Grizzled Young Veterans. In the 0 hour, the Grizzled Young Veterans debuted on Dynamite and feuded with FTR and the Young Bucks. The Grizzled Young Veterans are on the 0 hour for a Ring of Honor. They're on the pre-show for the C show. Or D show, depending on who you talk to. That's fucking unbelievable. And that's not even saying, hey, I love the Dark Order so much. I love those dudes. They have proven themselves time and time again that they are over with the crowd no matter what and work really well and bust their asses. And this is a feud where those two guys were making fun of the Grizzled Young Vets, so now they have a match. Which is, that's all really wrestling needs to be, but it's still fucking infuriating. Lee Johnson and EG, I don't know how to say EJ Duca's last name properly. They're called Liege, because he's Lee and he's EJ. They're taking on the Gates of Agony. Sure. That doesn't need to be on this at all. At all. And then the main card. The Sons of Texas, a.k.a. the Sammy Guevara Rehabilitation Project, because it's Sammy Guevara and Dustin Rhodes. They're a tag team. They're the tag team champions. They're taking on their challengers, the Righteous, a.k.a. the guy that kind of looks like John Goodman and wrestles pretty damn well, and his shitty tag team partner who sucks. They're a tag team, and they are that's going to be a four corners bull rope match. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's not a four corners. It's just a Texas bull rope match. So one member of each team is tied via bull rope to another member, a member of the other team. They're not all four tied together. It's just 2-on-2, which is silly in a way that I don't hate. But yeah, I mean, it's not going to be good. Jay Lethal taking on QT Marshall, or QT Marshall, depending on if you want to go there. QT went from having his contract expire and him choosing to not re-sign and renegotiate to see what the world had for him, to being an independent wrestler for like 3 or 4 months, to taking a new job with AEW where he wasn't going to wrestle. He just works in-house and works with talent, and he was just going to do that. And then suddenly he was on the pre-show match, one of the biggest pre-shows of AEW history, and now he is on the actual card for Ring of Honor, facing Jay Lethal, who is, I am not going to pretend to be a fan of Jay Lethal, but like probably a bigger deal than, certainly, definitely a bigger fucking deal than QT Marshall. Very weird. All right, so gotta put this on like this. Let me just see how this gun actually looks. Got a machine gun. Yeah, that does. Okay, that is how that looks. All right, great. So that goes like that. I think I have put this on right. We'll find out. And then, what do you attach to machine gun? Oh, we can attach it to C15. And then we got to put some stickers on C15. But we can also do this. We can put this on here while I get C15 and then add... basically, this kit has like arms that are going to go on the shoulders, which is neat. So this is going to go on here, and this is going to go on here. Okay. I don't quite know how this goes on. You have to forgive me as I figure it out. Oh, the head popped off as I was doing that. Always a good sign. All right, head, you can just go there. Oh, come on. Come on. Yeah, this thing doesn't feel like I'm not doing it wrong. It just feels like it's fighting me the whole way, which never feels good. All right, so we got that on. Then I got to put the head back on here. This head, which never feels like it fits on right, is now incredibly squished, which is a great vibe. This is like a face plate, I guess, but it doesn't want to go on the face quite right. There we go. There we go. Okay. And then these can open up if you want to shoot off missiles. But we'll just kind of leave it like that. All right. And then I need the weapons that attach to here, which we will do. This thing is so much. This thing is so much. And then a piece came off the backpack here. I'll try to get this back on the backpack. Ooh. This is a lot, folks. This kit. Red Velvet is defending her Ring of Honor World Television Championship because Ring of Honor has 2 women's titles, which is awesome. We love that. She's defending that belt against Leela Hirsch. That's going to be a great match. That's going to be a hard-hitting match. Red Velvet has improved leaps and bounds over the last couple of years in AEW, specifically in Ring of Honor. It's awesome that she has this opportunity on such a big stage, the Hammerstein Ballroom, to defend this title. I think that's going to be a banger. And her match with Billy Starks to win that belt was real good. Yeah, I can't... This thing... Let me just... This faceplate thing on this is popping the head out, and I don't have a good way to fix that. It's wild. I'm going to do like... If I just bring it all the way down, will that work? And then... Up this like that. Wow, yeah. It's one of those things where I'm like triple checking to make sure I didn't do this wrong, but I didn't. It's just wild that it doesn't fit right. All right, let's take this off. Put the head back on, because I gotta have the head back on. All right, so the head goes on, and then this piece needs to like fit like this, and that causes the head to pop off, which we don't want, obviously. Oof, fucking, god damn it. It looks fucking cool. The thing is, the reason why I wanted this kit in the first place is because these parts look so fucking cool. It's like loaded up and it's over the top and it's a nightmare. It's a nonsense thing. And so I was like, ooh, I want to build that because it looks so silly. But then it doesn't like want to come together well. Yeah, just the head just gets knocked the fuck off. No matter what I do. I'm gonna have to put this on. And again, I am triple checking to make sure, like, is there something about this that, like, I'm not understanding, that I didn't attach this correctly? Is there something I'm missing? Like, I'm gonna triple and quadruple check to make sure. But no, I just think this thing just doesn't fit well. It just doesn't seem to want to fit properly. So that's frustrating. I think you can all agree. As I kind of figure this out, let me go through the rest of this card here. Lee Moriarty is in an open challenge for the Pure Wrestling Championship. It'll be fought under Pure Rules. We don't know now who that's going to be. There's no like obvious person. One person, some people speculated would be Shibata, but Shibata, Katsuyori Shibata is in another match, so it won't be Shibata, former champion. So we don't know who Lee is taking on in the Pure Rules match. But it'll be good because Lee Moriarty fucking owns and he's great at Pure Rules. So like I have no doubt that it'll be a quality match. I just can't tell you who it'll be against because we don't know. All right, let me try to get this head back on and then we can finally keep going with this kit, or at least get it like partially on, sort of on. If I move it like up like that, can I then get this head to like fit in? You know what? I've decided, folks. I'm taking off this front part. If I take off this panel here, then I can just put the head on where it needs to go on, and it'll squish it, but it'll work. Okay. There's one other thing that this might be, which is going to make me feel very fucking stupid. I was like, I can't see what I'm doing wrong. I think I saw what I was doing wrong. I think I had these on backwards, and instead of it being back here attached, it's supposed to be attached down here, and it's supposed to be like that. That's what I'm thinking I did wrong. I think I was the one that was wrong this whole time. I'm pretty sure I was the one that was wrong, and there's no good excuse for it. Now, the fact that it was like even like remotely, it seemed even remotely possible, that's a little bit on them, but this is mostly oh yeah, I just fucking did that wrong, huh? Okay. Now, I didn't do the neck wrong. That is just weird in a way that I can't help. But yep, okay. So that's what it was. This is a chest piece there. Okay. These are on right. Again, the head doesn't really want to stay on even like this, but it's better than it was. Yeah, I fucked that up. There we go. This is how it's supposed to look. We are all the baddies. Yeah, I fucked up. And now I am fixing my mistake. And now I will get a hand. And we will move on. I'm going to get one of these hands that isn't really a hand. And it's just an extension for the machine gun. And we're going to load this thing up with cool weapons. And I'm going to move on. Wasted a little bit of all of our times, which is, not my favorite thing to do, but something that does happen now and again. All right, so then this went on like that. So this needs to go. I'm still not sure how this goes on. Okay, I think it goes like that. All right. But now I'm going to be second guessing myself all the time as we do this, because what do I fucking know? I got something so wrong before. Okay. And then this goes like this, and then there's some stickers I can put on this as well. 58 and 21 go on here. 58 is this one. This is to give the illusion that this also has the same weapons that are on the front of it, I guess. Which is cool. Looks pretty neat. Oh, I'm sorry. One of the matches of the night will be the Survival of the Fittest match, which is an elimination match. It's not one to a pinfall. It is who wins, who's the last person, and you don't have to win all the eliminations. But yeah, if you get you get pinned, you're eliminated. Match continues, and that is Brian Cage, who is currently the champion for the Ring of Honor World Television Championship, because that's what's on the line. Brian Cage versus Willie Mack versus Mark Davis versus AR Fox versus Blake Christian versus Commander. That's a great fucking group of people with we got power in Brian Cage and Willie Mack, but Willie Mack and Mark Davis are also real big boys. So we're going to get some meat chants from the audience, as we're going to have some real big men slapping meat kind of a match going on here. I'm very excited for that. 21. Where's 21? Sorry, I got to find. There's still so many stickers left on this. 21. There's 23, 22, 25, 27, 17, 21. It's this one here. Okay. That match sounds great. I could see Brian Cage retaining. It would be cool if Willie Mack won, because Willie Mack fucking rules. But as always, it always feels weird to root for anyone to win anything in Ring of Honor, because it means they're stuck on Ring of Honor. So, mixed bag. Katsuyori Shibata is taking on Tommy Billington, aka the Dynamite Kid Tommy Billington. He is the nephew of the Dynamite Kid. He does the flying headbutt, which he should retire and stop using. Just the very idea of anyone calling themselves Dynamite Kid, I understand the Dynamite. Believe me, I understand the Dynamite Kid's history in wrestling, but I also know what the guy was like as a person, and that is a fucking monster. That man was bad news. Tommy seems fine. Shibata will carry him through an incredible match. He'll make Tommy look real good. That is a wild match to announce on Twitter the night before. But that's where we're at in AW/AW Ring of Honor. Is just, we're going to announce this match. Yes, Shibata wrestled on Wednesday. We could have mentioned it then and made a big deal out of it and worked it into a storyline. But instead, we'll just casually mention it now. Also, Atlantis Jr. is back. The former TV champion returns to take on Mansoor, one half of the MXM collection. What? Why? I don't know. Why is one half of a tag team wrestling against Atlantis Jr.? Why is it not a tag team match with Atlantis and a friend of his? I don't know. Why is this on the card? I don't know. There's no good reason for it that I know of. It's just really weird. Oh, and we got a sticker that's going to go on this thing. All right, so we got one of our arms here. Now I need C2. These are these have blades in them. Ooh, that's neat. D16 and 6 here. Little hand blades that are going to come in here. Our semi-main event. That's right. There are 2 main event matches tonight. It's not tomorrow. Not semi-main. It's the other main. It's the one that might open the show or go on second to last. Supposedly, Chris Jericho will defend the Ring of Honor Championship against Matt Cardona, not last. Supposedly, this is not going to be the last match of the night. They're going to call it, a double main, and it won't go last. And I still think that Jericho is going to Jericho. He's going to brother his way out of that. But apparently, he has so far, anyway, not brothered himself. And it is going on as planned, which would be great. Matt Cardona, not a Ring of Honor talent. Apparently, he has been offered a contract. No word on if he has accepted the offer and if he is indeed going to join AEW/Ring of Honor. I mean, look, I'm a Cardona fan. I am a fan of the dude. The dude got himself over on WWE so well that they buried the shit out of him, and he was still getting himself over. Since he's been released, he went on the belt collecting tour. While he was injured, he showed up in GCW to be basically their on-screen authority figure. He's worked his ass off. I got nothing but love for Matt Cardona. I don't think Matt Cardona is beating Chris Jericho. I think he should. Chris Jericho has the belt because they were shopping Ring of Honor around, and it seems like that is dead in the water. So now it's time to take the belt off Chris Jericho. But will they? I don't know. I think Cardona with the belt, winning in Hammerstein Ballroom would be fun. I love the idea of Matt Cardona in Ring of Honor being a babyface while he is a heel everywhere else. That is funny to me. Because he is a heel everywhere else, because that's the gimmick he's doing. But yeah, I think that's pretty fun. I think that could work. I don't know. I'll say right now, friends, I would love for Chris Jericho to not be the Ring of Honor champion because I think that is bad. So if he could stop being that champion, it would be great. And if that's Cardona doing it, and that's Cardona's entry into a full-time contract with AEW, that sounds great. You know, do the Ring of Honor thing for a while, drop the title, move to the main roster. Sounds great. I got no qualms with that. Like, legitimately no qualms. Ooh, this is fun. So then these kind of like pop out like that. You get some blade action going. That's neat. A fun bit of business. We do have to put we don't have to, but we get to put a sticker on. I should say that more. When kits have a plethora of stickers, and you know me, I'm not the biggest sticker guy, but I should be saying instead of we have to, I should be like, we get to apply all of these stickers and really add some color and dimension to this thing. I should be looking on the bright side, and I'm not as much. I get to practice getting better at sticker applications. You know what I mean? I should be looking at it like that. Better at my craft. And then, oh yeah, ooh, these, oh, this opens up. Oh, that's cool, yeah. Yeah, that's neat. And this goes on like this. And I don't know how these attach, so we're going to find out. That's everything to build on this page. Oh, there's the ad for the motorcycle, which we don't unfortunately have. Okay. Final page. There's a few more things to build, but mostly we just gotta attach in. There's a peg here. A5 and A5. Okay, these are the pegs we need. Okay. That'll let us add in these extra big weapons, which we'll do here. But we're getting there on this kit. The main event, Athena defending against Billie Starkz. Billie Starkz already lost to Athena. She was in Athena's stable. She quit Athena's stable. She came back to Athena's stable. Look, first and foremost, Athena has been a phenomenal champion. She has held up Ring of Honor on her back. She has been a phenomenal champion for that, and a stalwart, incredible presence. She has been just phenomenal to have among the people promoting the events, going above and beyond for this company. She should, just in fucking general, 100% and no fooling, she should have already been on AEW television, and it's wild that she isn't. Again, she should be back, and it's weird that she's not. I want her to lose to Billie, and so that she can become a AEW wrestler. Now, Athena is going to Wrestle Dynasty in Japan soon. She will be representing AEW in this big tournament and the four-way fight, and the winner of the four-way fight gets a title shot against anyone in AEW, Ring of Honor, CMLL, or Stardom. Or maybe New Japan and not Stardom. That one's a little hazy. So, to me anyway, that says that Athena should win, and that Athena should challenge Mariah May or Mercedes Moné. She should want an AEW title shot, and that is to me the easy way to transition her from Ring of Honor to AEW again, because she used to be an AEW all the time, and then when she won the Ring of Honor title, suddenly she wasn't on AEW anymore, and it's time to fucking fix that shit. I understood at some point they wanted to keep her away because they wanted to do stuff with her. They do want to do other stuff with her, and I understood that. But now is the time to bring her back. All right, so there's some other stuff we can build here that is like optional if we want to. There are other things that we can attach here to the sides instead of these arms, and we're gonna build some of that. We're not going to build the other legs, which is a lot of the stickers. I don't care about the other legs, but I do want to attach the. I want to attach these like hover, the like helicopter things. I want to build these because it adds a little bit of color, and also that's very silly in a way that I really get on board with. So basically, we'll be taking this part off, and we'll be adding in some other stuff. So we'll do that because I think that is very funny in a way that I'm super into. So we'll have to do some deconstruction here, and we'll have to take a photo of this as is. As far as news of the world goes, like video game news and such, we talked about the NVIDIA story, which was important for me to talk about. Anyway, we'll talk about the final battle results on Saturday because I'll be watching them tomorrow. So we need to do an update here. One last news story that we need to give an update as I get my camera ready here, because I'm going to take a photo of this kit as it is before we do a little deconstruction to do some extra building onto it. So I want to talk to you a little bit about the update to Sony and Kadokawa. Now, there was word that Sony was planning on purchasing Kadokawa. Kadokawa is an entertainment company that has a bunch of hands in a lot of stuff. Yes, they own From Software, which Sony owns some shares of and has an interest in, but does not own full right? And so that was the big thing. People were like, oh God, Sony's buying From Software. Well, they weren't trying to buy From Software. They were trying to buy the company that owns From Software. And it probably wasn't just for the video game stuff. It was probably more for the anime studios that Kadokawa owns, and the manga studios, and the manga distribution platforms was probably the actual thing that they were looking to purchase. It seems like they are not going all out and buying them, which is fantastic. But they have bought a lot more shares. They already had shares. So now they have a 10%, they will soon own, once it gets approved, and Japan will probably approve it, they will own a 10% stake in Kadokawa, and then they already have a 14% stake in From Software. This includes the shares they already had, so they're just upping the shares because they purchased a bunch of shares in 2021. And they are excited about this partnership. Basically, it is not an all-out purchase, which was the worry, because Sony owning even more of the manga and anime pie is bad for everyone. But they're going to work on hanging out, because now Sony is going to own 10%. So now we'll see if that means that they're going to do more stuff on Sony, more exclusives perhaps. If some of the Sony properties will get turned into anime, which they could do themselves, but why not have another company do it? Why not have another company take on the risk of your properties, your IPs? And then also maybe some other IPs will get video game adaptations through Sony and their other subsidiaries and all of that, and everyone will make a bunch of money. But as of right now, breathe a sigh of relief, because Sony does not own more in the anime and manga space right now. If it was just From Software, I mean, that would be a bummer, but it would be kind of in line with things, and it wouldn't be the end of the world. But this other stuff adds up and becomes more of a nightmare, in my personal opinion. None of that stuff is good. So right now we can just say, okay, well, it could be so much fucking worse than it is at this very moment. So breathe a sigh of relief on that one. Thank fucking God. So you can see here, we do have, maybe I will do the other legs too. Maybe I'll do the other legs and the other arms. So we can do this version of it. We take these things off and we put on, we take the big guns off, and then we put the other version on, and we make the flight mode with the other feet. Yeah, we can do that. the very least, I know we'll do the spinny blade thing. We might change the feet out. I don't know. I don't know for sure. But we can take this out, and the head will pop. Again, this head does not like to stay on. I do have some blue tack in there to kind of help out, and my fuck up didn't make things better, but yeah, this head just doesn't like to stay on, so I used some blue tack to kind of hopefully keep that in place. These guns are very cool. These big guns were very cool. That is one of the reasons why I wanted to build this, is because it was just like so dense and weird, but also like, yeah, I mean, just like a lot of stickers, and wanted to put the stickers on. And then we'll have to put some deeps on there. We'll do that. Okay. So now is the part of the stream where I am going to talk to you. That's right, you, the viewer, about ways that you can support this whole endeavor, all this nonsense. I'm going to turn my camera down here a little bit. Just a little bit. Just going to do that. If you would like to support what I'm getting up to here on the old Build with Bear workshop, there are ways to do that, and I'm going to list them here. Everything I'm going to talk to you about is optional. You are under no obligation to do any of these things, but if you would like to, well, you could. So again, you don't have to do any of this stuff, but if you want to get in on it, you can. First and foremost, if you're currently a subscriber to the Build with Bear workshop, you can throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the site, the Tier 2 blue emote in chat. Being a subscriber is the easiest way to support what I do here through Cash Money or your Prime Gaming token. If you have Amazon Prime linked with your Twitch, you can use that token for anybody. If you want to use it for me, that would be great. You certainly don't have to, but if you're already a subscriber, just throw those emotes in there. You could gift a sub. You could be like Aristofan and Mr. Kung Fu Grip, and then also an anonymous person who gifted some subs. Hey, Nathan, welcome. You can become a subscriber if that's something you'd like to do. I won't stop you. Those are two ways to do it, and then you could also, if you wanted to, you could throw some cheer my way. Bits and coins are always appreciated. Join the cheerleader board. You get the cha-ching sound effect. I also have a Patreon at patreon.com/PatBear. There's a $1, $3, $5, and $10 tier. There are different rewards for different tiers. Consider joining me over on Patreon if you'd like, if you want to. You don't have to, but if you wanted to, you could. You get various rewards for the different tiers, you know, like my $5 and $10 tier, get videos ahead of time. My $10 tier, just voted on what I'm going to be starting after I'm done with the Sergeant Verde Buster Gundam. I have another thing to work on. It's a Pokemon mega kit to start. So I'm excited for that. Also, hey, I got a YouTube channel, youtube.com/PatBear. Now, subscribing to my YouTube is free, of course, but if you want to get fun with it, you could become a member over there, and for just $2 a month you get my Wednesday video series a day early. So my ongoing Wednesday series, which is Kuma Baer, where I recommend anime in under a minute, you could see one of those episodes before other people do, which is fun. The one that I put up yesterday, you would have been able to see that on Tuesday, so that's pretty cool. Those are all monthly ways to support me. If you want to throw something in the tip jar here, you can go to my Ko-Fi or my PayPal. And everything I make through direct donations, through YouTube, which includes AdSense, so watching my videos helps me out, through my Patreon and through my Twitch, all goes into a fund. And out of that fund, I take money out to buy model kits and Lego sets. I have a backlog full of a bunch of cool shit that I would be happy to work on. But if you, that's right, you, want to decide what I build next, you've got a bunch of ways. This kit that I'm working on right now, the Sergeant Verde Buster Gundam DX set, I purchased this kit. I didn't purchase this kit. This kit was purchased off my Amazon wish list. And then it came to the mail along with a few other things. I made a dedicated YouTube video about the things that were purchased, and it jumped the queue. It became the next thing I built. I have an Amazon wish list. I should say that the Teamsters are striking currently at Amazon, and they are encouraging people to, not cross the picket line and not go to work. Their employees, because there's an effort to unionize. They won their unionization effort in Long Island, I want to say, in New York, and has been fought tooth and nail by Amazon. And so there is a strike in numerous locations. They have not asked for a boycott. If you do not feel comfortable purchasing something off my Amazon wish list, don't. I'll give you some alternatives. If you don't want to, don't do it. Until I hear about an actual boycott, I will just continue to include that there are a variety of things here that are up for purchase, including I just added. It was suggested that I add something like this: a Magic the Gathering 500-piece puzzle set. It's a jigsaw puzzle. We've had a nightmare experience doing jigsaw puzzles here. I bought a jigsaw puzzle that was crap and nobody liked, and it was bad. It was an Animal Crossing jigsaw puzzle, and I gave up on it. Supposedly, this is a better puzzle, and it's a bunch of artifacts from Magic the Gathering, and is reportedly a good puzzle to work on. So I have put a fucking a jigsaw puzzle up there. Oh boy. We ended up eventually just playing a video game that was a bunch of puzzles. I got a bunch of like jigsaw puzzle video game stuff, and that was nice. But yeah, it's the only time I've ever quit on a build. I was just like, you know what? Fuck this. I don't want to do it. So there's that. If you want an alternative to Amazon, makes total sense. I do have a wish list over on Throne. It is nice to have an alternative to Amazon, so you can go over to Throne and buy something there. And then, if you want to support me financially in the weirdest way possible, the most convoluted way possible, go to USA Gundam Store. Buy a gift card at USA Gundam Store. USA Gundam Store, they'll send you an email with a gift card code. Then you can send me a whisper here on Twitch, or a DM, private message on Twitter or Blue Sky or Mastodon with your gift card code. And then and I'll take the gift card code and I'll buy something from USA Gundam Store. Let's see. Oh, weird. I got a private message here from someone who no one I know follows. They are passionate about the art of visual communication. They're a YouTube expert and a video editor. And they open with, "Hi there, how long have you been streaming on Twitch?" Well, Alex Hales, if that is your real name, I do not want to talk to you. Delete that conversation. Sorry, I don't check my private messages on Twitch except when on Twitter, except when I'm doing this. Because I'm always like, oh, is there a message for me? I can vouch for this person. Vouch that they suck. Thank you, Lord Grashington. I appreciate the vouch. Generally, I follow a lot of people that do entertainment and content, and if no one is following you, that is not a good sign. You are definitely a scammer. Also, what an opener. What an opener. Anyway, those are all the ways financially to support me. If you want to support me and not spend any money, I got a Discord you can join. Discord is free. You can hang out there. I post build photos. People post stuff they're working on. Sometimes they just throw in some links to things they think I would like. I do the same. It's like a little social media platform. It's our own little carved out social media. It's fun. I got a couple of video links for you to check out. Pat Bear's Anime Club. I will have a new episode out on Monday. The most recent episode is still available, of course, and it's me talking about my Game of the Year, Anime of the Year awards. Positive and negative awards, like Biggest Surprise, Best Remake, Biggest Disappointment, and Biggest Disappointment Personal. I'll just say this now. I had to include Biggest Disappointment Personal because there was an anime that you might even liked the third season of. Maybe you even enjoyed it. You didn't even notice. But the animation changed so much and so dramatically that it made me so fucking mad and sad that I had to dunk on it one more time. What a bummer. Anyway, also Kuma Baer, my weekly anime recommendation series. Actually, I don't know how that's doing. I just want to quickly look to see how the views went for that, because last week's were really good and the previous two were not. So I'm trying to see if I can find out if my numbers are swinging back up for that. I try not to think about it too much, but I do end up thinking about it all the time. How are the numbers? Okay, not that many views for this one, which is a bummer. I never really know. But I talked about Trigun. Trigun's one of my favorite anime from the 90s, and I wanted to talk about it because that's what I'm doing in the month of December. I think Slam Dunk is probably the least famous that I'm talking about here in North America, although it's popular worldwide. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to fucking talk about how great and cool Trigun, the original, is, because Vash the Stampede is awesome, and he sucks, and that's part of the reason why he's awesome, is that for the most part, he's just a fucking goof. He's just a goober for most of that series. And it rules because of that. That he is not just a unbeatable, unflappable badass. He's not an overpowered main. He is an overpowered main character, but he juxtaposes that with being an all-time goober. And we love Vash the Stampede around here. So I want to talk about Trigun for a minute. And I did. Okay, so what's going to happen now is I'm going to drink some water because I need that. I need it. We are going to dramatically transition back to the overhead camera, and then we will continue working on this kit and finishing it up, and then I will also drink some water because that would be good for me to do, and we'll do that right now. All right, let's continue working on this kit. It's so much brighter. I'm so happy about how much brighter it is. I still need to, I still need a white balance. I gotta properly white balance this shit. But I am pleased with this difference. These bulbs are doing a great job. All I have to do is swap them out because they are too bright for my day-to-day. So I will swap them with bulbs that are not as bright for my day-to-day operations and my day-to-day life, which is fine. That's fine by me. But they are so much better. It feels so much brighter in here. It is a little yellow, so I will do some white balance to kind of like balance things out a bit. Maybe up the contrast a bit more than I already did. But in general, this is just a brighter work that I am in, and I'm happy for that. All right, so now I got to build some contraptions here that contain a ton of stickers, which is fine. So we'll get the stickers going, and then we may or may not do the different feet, but at the very least we will do the different. We'll take these big old things off here, and then at the very least, I know that we were going to do the kind of like chopper blades here. Oops, that popped off. That's not what we wanted. Let's pop these out. Come on. All right, I got an anime to chat with you about, friends, and that anime is I'll Become a Villainess Who Goes Down in History. We got 13 episodes. I'm talking about episodes 11 and 12. I didn't talk about episode 11 last week because I didn't stream last Thursday. You may remember I took the game, that was the night of the Game Awards, and I didn't want to stream that night, so I didn't, which I still maintain was the right move, and I was happy with that move. Okay, so now let's start building these things and then start applying a ton of stickers to these things as well. Episode 11. We start by checking in on Gil. Gil is a commoner who is the assistant and the only like person close, really the person who's probably closest with Alicia, our villainess. He's doing well in school. People are trying to bully him, and the teacher's just like, hey, I'm not going to have any of that. Most likely the teacher has been approached by Duke, the prince. Remember, the prince is named Duke, which I will always mention because I hate it. But anyway, yeah, it's probably that the prince has been saying, like, hey, don't discriminate against this guy. But also, he's like, I don't know, I deal with this villainous girl all the time and weird bullshit with her, and then someone tried to kill her, so like a couple times, so like I don't know, I really don't give a shit about young people trying to harass me, also because he's fucking smart. There's a really shitty weird scene with Duke, speaking of Duke, where he's basically talking to himself because he's the love interest and he sucks and I'm tired of him. But anyway, he's just like, well, I don't know what to do here. I don't know what to do with You know, like I love Alicia, but Alicia keeps putting herself in danger, so I should like keep her away from trouble. But you know, that's not the Alicia that I'm in love with. You know, like the Alicia that I love wouldn't do well in captivity. And it's just like one of those things where you're just like, well, you're ending up at the right answer, but you're a fucking weirdo. Shut up about it. Yeah, so it's one of those things where you're just like, well, he eventually comes to the right conclusion, which is just like, he's just got to let Alicia be Alicia. So that scene sucks. But then we do get the redemption, which is Liz is doing something weird. Our saintess, Liz, is kind of, you know, we know she's been brainwashing people and seemingly without her knowledge, but it seems like she's trying to like take over Gil and manipulate Gil. But luckily, our boy gets a stop of that. And Duke just like says like, hey, what the fuck? Stop this. And Liz feels like, you know, she feels really rejected and she's not used to people being mean to her. So she's really mad and her negative emotions get like carried off, which she seemingly is not in control of. And that gets sent to, she's trying to like get rid of that, but those negative emotions get sent to Jane, who we've already seen is a bitch and has tried to manipulate. She is definitely under the influence of Liz and has been trying to like get Alicia in trouble often. But Jane doesn't go after Alicia. Jane goes after Carol. Carol is a minor character we've barely seen at all that really likes Alicia and seems to be resistant to Liz's brainwashing. But Jane picks on her and has scissors and apparently, you know, against her will, cuts her hair. And then we get Alicia who's just like, I don't know that girl. This doesn't hurt me, what you're doing to her. But Alicia ends up cutting her own hair in a style that looks very similar to what happened to Carol. And that sends Jane off the deep end, and Jane looks like she's going to attack Carol, in which instance Alicia stops her. And Carol is like, you know, this is like motivated at this point, and still resilient to whatever's going on, but seems like more and more enthused. And then, yeah, now our girl Alicia has a short haircut, which looks pretty great. And then next day, a bunch of other girls show up with short haircuts. It's not just trendy. It's the defiant thing. If you think that Liz sucks and you're, you know, even resistant or you don't like what's happened to other people, you cut your hair like that because now you are part of the crew that says like, hey, I don't like what's going on here. Okay, let's see. So we need stickers 32, 30, and 33 need to go on here. 32, 30, 32, and 33. So we find those stickers. Sorry. And I'll continue with the end of this episode here. So 30 is that, 32 is that, and then 33 is those. Okay. So kind of just, let's see, that's 32. And you do the same on the other side, huh? So it's like this. This sticker is 32 is this sticker. Okay. And that goes on the other side as well. Basically, this thing is just green, and we're going to add a lot of color to it. That's the best thing I can describe what we're doing here. It's just adding a bunch of color. So apparently also because Jane was so violent, she's being rejected by the other followers of Liz, and Jane has nowhere to go, and they actually get physical with her and literally sling mud at her. And oddly enough, the person that is the most supportive of her is Alicia. because she knows that Jane is being manipulated. So she even gives Jane a place to let her feelings out and cry, because Jane is being manipulated by all of this. You know, she's probably not the nicest person in the world, but she is being mistreated emotionally to get this response out of her. So yeah, she gets some support from Alicia, which is cool. And then we get, that's basically all that happens in episode 11. Then we get episode 12. Episode 12, the dump of information. It's the info dump. The stuff that basically says, like, yeah, the things we all assumed about this are accurate. And we've known this whole time. Yeah, they're right. So here we go. Mel, who is the spy that is also kind of a yandere lesbian character, says that she discovered the secret of the saint. There's a whole scene where she's just being really touchy-feely and inappropriate, and Alicia is just like bemused and annoyed more than anything else. She's just like, oh, all right, this girl's gonna do this shit again. She's gonna be weird, clingy to me. Okay. So then Mel gives us the backstory that the saint is the only the sainthood, the saint people are the only people in the world, the only family in the world that have access to charm magic. Magic is usually or in that world, magic is all related to your houses, and like where you are born is how you learn different kinds of magic. So it's basically just like the people that know the various magics in this world. Just that's kind of what's happening there. Like she uses dark magic and blah blah blah. And the saint uses that to control people, but we still aren't sure if she's aware of what she's doing, or if it is just all subconscious, that she is like unaware that her ability is charm magic or not. And he is just doing it without realizing that she's affecting people. We're not sure. We still don't know. And they're like, maybe we can give her the benefit of the doubt, and like maybe we'll talk to her, and maybe she knows that maybe she doesn't know, and maybe once she does know, she'll be able to be like, oh shit, well I'm fucked. I fucked everything up. Okay, I'll learn to control my magic. Thanks for telling me. Which I don't know if that's gonna help, but it might help. So that's the plan. They're gonna talk to Liz and try and figure this shit out. Let's see. But of course, trying to talk to Liz is going to be tough, because all of her followers think that Alicia is a villainess and is going to hurt Liz. So it's hard to like get her alone to talk to her. So they end up like tricking her to get her together. And by trick, I mean Duke pretends to be enamored with her, like her magic is working on him, which it doesn't. But he pretends like it is, to basically sweep her off her feet and be, a fucking gross weirdo. But in this case, for the right reasons, question mark. I gotta figure out how this goes on. Sorry, hold on. This doesn't fit in, right? Huh? Oh, there's like one special way that fits on. Great, figured it out. All right, now I got to apply all the stickers I put on here. Also need to go on this one, but that won't be that bad because now I know how these stickers work. So it shouldn't take me too long to do these stickers. Pardon me as I apply numerous stickers to this model kit. I knew what I was getting into with this kit. I didn't know how many. I knew there were a lot of stickers. I just didn't know there was this many. So he kind of just like tricks her. Liz falls for her, and it's kind of sad. And then he takes her to the room. And then they basically also kind of trick a lot of her followers to listening into the conversation, because they want, like, they basically want the followers there to hear all of this as well. And we'll see about the truth. Again, there are 13 episodes, so this is not going to necessarily go particularly well. Maybe it won't. Alicia starts explaining, like, hey, I want to talk to you about charm magic. And there's apparently part of Mel's research was finding a book on charm magic, so they hand over a book to Liz. And they're like, hey, we don't have any proof that you're using charm magic on purpose, but also, like, it's very clear that your followers, like the people that follow you around, it's very clear they're fucking brainwashed, girl, and this is the reason why. Like, it's, come on. And the good fortune you've had and all the blessings are all tied to this magic that you've been using. Like, kind of wake the fuck up about it. And Liz doesn't take it particularly well, because she's considered herself to be a really hardworking, earnest person, and she's been cheating and taking advantage of people without realizing it and manipulating people. It's like, that's fucked, right? So this is, like, genuinely pretty awesome. And so Liz is just like, well, why doesn't it work on some people? Because she's just like I love Duke, so shouldn't my charm magic work on him? But of course, it wouldn't work on him. For one reason, he's a prince and has probably some natural resistances, but also he's been in love with Alicia this whole time. So, like, he wouldn't get swayed that way. Which pisses off Liz, because Liz, of course, blames Alicia for all of this, and wishes she wasn't around. And guess what? One of the brainwashed people kind of wakes up this like from his control, and that's Albert, who is one of Liz's or Alicia's older brothers. And it's so the charm magic, we get to witness the fact that the charm magic is now wearing off, which is probably one of the reasons why they had them eavesdrop, is to see if like learning about the charm magic would help destabilize it, which apparently it has, which is good. Liz is, of course, really unstable because of this revelation, and her magic is still kind of in a flux state. So she starts, the negative energy comes out, which we've seen even in the last episode negatively affects other people really poorly, but it gets absorbed by the book. And so Liz is not taking responsibility for what's going on, but the fact that the book absorbed it is a good sign about, there being some sort of solution. But Liz is really defiant about all of this and, like, not accepting responsibility. And you can kind of understand where she's coming from, because she's got, like, a lot of social pressures, and things always seem to go her way, and that probably really warped her personality, because she didn't understand why. It just did. Things always worked out. And then when she got to magical high school, not everything worked out immediately, because she had a rival who didn't take any of her shit. So, that probably messed her up. So it's like, it's one of those things where you're like, oh, this is kind of understandable how we could get here, but also, like, fuck off, lady. All right. So now I got to put these colored light things on here. We start with red, and this one we're going to cover to make it, or we're going to cover both of them anyway, but we got to cover them up to make them blue and red. End of this episode, Alicia tries to just have Alicia kind of understands what's going on and just tries to have an honest moment with her. And basically she's like, look, it will benefit you. You will have a better time in your life if you reject what has been thrown at you and you try to go your own path and be the person that be the person you want to be this whole time, and not be the person that has been, thrust upon you. She probably says it a little more eloquently than me, but it's nice. And she's like, you as Liz is more important than you as the Saintess. So fucking do your thing. And I think it does kind of positive, like this little speech does seem to have some sort of positive response within our girl Alicia, or with Liz. I think it does actually get through to her a bit where other things weren't. So, positive. Okay. Got the sticker on there. I probably should have done the bendy sticker first, but whatever. We'll do the bendy sticker now. There might be a little bit of red that comes, or a little bit of a blue that comes through this. It's okay if there is. And I gotta put this on here, sorry. Yeah, a little red might peek through this because I'm not gonna be perfect at it, but whatever. It'll be okay. And then I've got one more sticker. Sticker 60 on the bottom row. Which is... Oh yeah, I need 49 as well. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much where the episode ends, right? Yeah. So Liz promises that she's going to continue to be Alicia's rival, but she's going to strive to do it on her own terms, which is a big change from her previously. And also Alicia feels weird because during that exchange, remember, Duke was like, oh, your power doesn't work on me because I'm always been in love with Alicia. So yeah, your control doesn't work on me. So she's now eventually allowed herself time to feel embarrassed about that. But don't worry. Remember, there was a whole other story going on. Remember the B story? The B story is finally heating up, which is why we need to prepare for it, because there's still one episode left. We have to go and reunite the king and his formerly banished older brother, presumed dead older brother, that was clearly set up by the king's mom. We have to do that storyline, which I admit had kind of fucking forgotten about, but the anime didn't forget, so that's nice. All right, then we need these two stickers here. So they sneak Will in, and they're reunited, but that's in the past, and both the king and Will, the king's brother, are very happy to be reunited. And the king offers Alicia a reward for setting this whole thing up. And we don't know what that's going to be. We'll find out. And then Duke puts pressure on Alicia to respond to his love confession. And she is not willing to do that. And for the first time in probably this whole series history, Duke is fairly understanding about something. And is just like, okay, well, I'm going to ask you for an answer at some point. And that's the end of the episode. And then we'll have one more episode left because this is a 13-episode series. Because there's a cliffhanger where the next day at school, Duke doesn't recognize Alicia. So something happened to Duke. Is it Liz? Is it the king's mother? Is it setting up a new season, a season 2? I don't know. We got one more episode left in the show to figure it out, because I don't have an answer for you about what the fuck happened, but that was an unexpected cliffhanger. I assumed that the next episode was just going to be more lovey-dovey bullshit, but this was a surprise. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else is coming with this show. And that's anime, friends. That's it. Got a cliffhanger. We'll find out next week. I should just say, some housekeeping stuff. Saturday stream as normal, Monday, and no stream on Tuesday. As I said, the next stream will be on Wednesday. So instead of Tuesday, that Wednesday stream will be some gaming. I will be going back to diorama builder, because there is a Christmas themed diorama that I will be constructing, which I'm very excited about. So even though this piece is red, it's not as bright red, I guess, as they want. So I am applying red stickers to it. I'm putting a brighter red onto this red, which is fine by me. That's fine. That's okay. I'm happy to do that. I'm going to try to line this up properly, though. But yeah, Saturday stream, normal. Monday stream, I'll take a pause on whatever I'm working on, and I will do a Lego build, a Christmas-themed Lego build, which I will finish up on Thursday probably, and then continue on. Now is the part of the stream where I want to hear from you, friends. What are you watching right now? What are you playing? What are you up to? What are you into? I always love hearing from you about what you got going on gaming-wise or anything like that. For me, it's all about Marvel Rivals. I have not tried out the new mode. I have just been this is clearly Splatoon thing. I have just been playing regular old Marvel Rivals. I really like it. My crew is really enjoying it. We're having a good time. So I have been putting a lot of hours into that. I have played more Helldivers 2. I went back to that with the crew. We wanted to get into that and check out some stuff. I have my opinion on the Killzone stuff is I don't think that a game that charges you a full price video game should have paid cosmetics like that so early in the game's lifespan. I think that was a bad call on their part. I think it's a different story if you are a free-to-play game, which they are not a free-to-play game. So that felt very strange that they were doing that. So I do not appreciate that. I think the make good is fine. But in my personal opinion, save that for what about a $40 game? Yeah, Lord Crescent, I also don't think it's good in a $40 game. By full price, I should have said priced. A paid game. I don't think in a paid game you should be throwing out paid cosmetic stuff this early into a game's lifespan. That's like a later, hey, things are dropped off and we got a dedicated fan base and we're doing some cool extra shit. If you didn't get some stuff in previous seasons, you can now buy it. That kind of shit. Even that, I'm yeah, fine. This just felt out of the blue and weird and too early to be throwing that stuff in there. So I didn't appreciate that. I think their make good has been kind of fine. And they seem to be, at the very least, saying the right things about it. You'd hope this thing didn't happen in the first place, but you understand. At a certain point, Sony is also going to Sony. So part of that could be on Sony. And maybe I should be meaner about that, but that's kind of how I feel. All right, so we got our hover things on here. This is very silly. Very silly. Our hover pad things is very, very silly addition to this. But now we're going to put on the ground unit boots. These are the very last thing to build. These have a lot of stickers on them. But we'll put them on. We might not even do all the stickers, but we'll at least build them because they come with the kit and we got the time. Outside of that, what have I been doing? Hearthstone, you know me and Hearthstone. I'm still playing it. I'm still having a great time with Hearthstone. When I do play, always looking forward to getting some time in on that. Let me just adjust my chair here for a second. Sorry. Adjust my chair. Feels good there. Yeah, so I've been doing that. Is there any other? Let's see. So that's T210 goes on. Yeah, this foot or this side, and D11. Okay, goes on that side. Got it. Goes on this side. Making it happen, figuring it out. And then these go together, and then a lot of stickers go on this. On these other legs. So we'll put the stickers on before we attach it, but we'll get that together. And then just more stickers. But yeah, Hearthstone did fine. Got a couple silly decks added to my previous decks. There's a new card that came out in this expansion that really makes my big shaman deck even better. It is a 2-cost spell that lets you find a you discover a spell in your deck, and then you draw it, and then you add in 3 copies of it. And so since that deck has some spells that cheat out minions, it's great for that. Or it also can be good for finding a couple other support spells in that are very beneficial to it. So I was like, oh, that's pretty good. I'm pretty excited about that. These match some of this, so that's fun. Yeah, so I have been happy with my Hearthstone playing right now, having some good fun there. All right, so then I need to put this basically like that. Yeah. And I think that's about it. So on Tuesday, folks may remember that on Tuesday, I played the demo for River Towns, which is a puzzle game, is a tile placement puzzle game. And the demo, we played the whole stream. We finished the demo. There's still more to do in there, but we finished like all of the stages and unlocked what would take us to the next stage if it wasn't the demo. And hey, guess what, friends? I really fucking like that game. I uploaded the archive, which again was way too big because of NVIDIA and encoding. And then I played more of it. I played more of that game once I was done uploading that. I'm really, really liking it. I recommend downloading the demo. If you wish Dorfromantic wasn't so open and you had like more things to kind of juggle. It's a lot of juggling in it, but I think it's totally worth the time it takes to figure it out. Like as I was playing and, kind of making things happen, and like there was one stage where I was like, I was just not understanding the stage. And so in that respect, I wasn't like super thrilled. But once I figured out what I was doing wrong, it like opened up a whole new possibility. And I really enjoyed my time with it. I would like to play more of that game. I am excited for it to come out. I hopefully will get a code for it. And if not, I'll probably just buy it, but don't tell them that, because if they send me a code so that I can stream that game out, I will do that because it was really fun. But yeah, I had a really good time with that game, and I would like to play more of it. And again, like I said, after the stream, I played more of it, and I will probably play more tonight. I probably shouldn't be playing it late at night when my brain isn't at 100%, but I probably will, because that's a lot of times when I like to play games after doing a bunch of stuff during the day. Although I have less things to do these days because this time of year, things kind of cool off. So I got a little more time to hang out. Let's see what y'all have been saying. Justin R. Spicy says, been playing the new Indiana Jones game. Very damn good, and I'm almost finished with Astrobot. Hell yeah, those are some fun games. I hope you're having a good time with those things. Yeah, I hope you're having a great fucking time. All right, I need stickers 47. There's only so many stickers left, so it should be a little easier to find the stickers that I need to find. There might be a couple that I missed here and there, but I should be able to find the ones that I need. Stickers 47. I need 4 stickers that are 47 here. There's 49, 42, 40, 47. It's these. This looked like one sticker. It's not just one sticker. But it did look like one sticker. It's 4 stickers. They go on here. Ghost Valve says, good amount of PoE 2, which I'm still liking. You finished Man on the Inside and loved it. You personally? Okay, nice. Yeah, I have been watching a few people play Path of Exile 2. It is not my game per se, but I have been enjoying watching people play it. And by people, I mean a couple of YouTubers that I like have been playing it, and they seem to be enjoying themselves with it, which is fun. Lashbrook says, I finished up Prison Break Season 3 before my Netflix ran out, and it was fine. I've started watching Evil, which is fun, but mostly just an excuse to watch more Mike Coulter. I've also started playing KOTOR again. Okay. So I can listen to those AMCA episodes. Nice. A More Civilized Age. Covering KOTOR. Nice. Hell yeah. Yeah, what I need to do is I got to figure out some podcast or something to have on or to get ready, because a lot of my regular podcasts take a break this time of year, right? Which they should, right? Like, I am not saying that podcasts should be 52 a year, and damn it if you're going to take, but like, I just have to prep for the fact that some of them take time off. So I'll get caught up on a few things, right? Like, because I don't, like, the sports podcast. It's actually really fun to listen to Remap Radio's sports podcast all in a row, because you get their reactions through the whole season of the Bears. So I have a bunch of those banked. I have some episodes banked from the Watchcast from our good friends over at Nextlander. I don't know why my brain bleeped out of Nextlander for a second there, but yeah, Nextlander has some podcasts I haven't listened to yet. I want to hear the Batman. I want to hear their take on Batman Returns. I am excited to hear what they think of that particular thing. But yeah, I want to get caught up on a few things and things. We're there. I just want to prep to have, because I will have time where I will want to listen to some podcasts and there won't be new episodes of things. One of the podcasts I listen to that is 3 times a week is Cultaholic, does their retro reactions to every episode of Monday Night Raw, every episode of SmackDown, which is on various nights, and every episode of Nitro they started at the very beginning. And I think next week, none of those are out. They do one podcast where all of the hosts together just do a special Christmas thing, and then they're off. So, like, that's a bunch of hours that I normally listen to of, like, normal podcasts that will not be there. So I need to figure out alternatives for those days. I did fuck up this. I fucked up this sticker. I haven't really fucked up stickers that much on this, but I went to peel it off to redo it, and instead it separated, which is, these stickers aren't that old, but that is an issue generally with older stickers. So I'm using a little bit of liquid cement, which I don't always, recommend for stickers, but in this case, it should saturate it and should hold it together. This is a dark sticker where it broke, so that'll be okay. And then I'll just add a little bit of liquid cement over the top of it to kind of hold it in place. Again, if I was displaying this, I would probably do a better job with that. And there's, you know, there's some sprays you can use that really hold stickers in place, which I don't mess around with. But I think I'm going to be okay with that. We're almost done with this kit. We do have a few more stickers to apply to the side pieces that go on here. And those are all of the stickers that are left, because I think there's one sticker I don't know where this one was supposed to go. I have no idea where sticker 50 was supposed to be. Like, I just don't know. But all the other ones are the ones I haven't applied yet. Oh, actually, maybe there's a couple that I didn't apply. That's not true. There are 3 stickers where I don't know where they were supposed to go. So I'll say that. I did fuck up. I forgot how horny the penguin is in Returns. Oh yeah, that penguin is super horny. The penguin is a very horny guy. Yep. I do remember that. Lord Crashton says, I've been playing more Indiana Jones as I continue to explore the Vatican and find as much Italian shit as I can. Hell yeah. Gotta find it. I feel like the comparisons to Hitman and immersive sims don't really pan out with how limiting the systems are in the end. Yeah, I think like it's more Hitman. So honestly, it feels from watching it, right? I haven't played it, right? I can only talk about from my vibes from watching it. My vibes from watching it say that it feels more like a minimalist Dishonored than a Hitman game. That it's like got Dishonored vibes, but it's not like a heavy. It's not a heavy systems game, so it's not like complete in that respect. But you can kind of see where they're going with it, and I think that's fun. So yeah, I don't know where these 2 stickers were supposed to go that I missed here, but I did miss a couple stickers on this piece here. Oops, this is on the wrong. I put this in the wrong place. But I did miss 3 stickers here, and I don't know where they were supposed to go. I can kind of look on the kit maybe and see if I can figure that out. But I did miss. Oh, it goes over here. Okay. I did miss a couple stickers. I'm not super bummed about that, but I am wondering, like, where did those stickers? Where were those stickers supposed to be? If I missed them, like, where did those go? Well, yeah, we'll put on these special boots here, these ground boots. It makes sense to have like little extra boots because you're doing a landing here from your helicopter shoulders. So I guess it makes sense to want to have that. Did I put these stickers on the wrong side? I did. Blue was supposed to be on one side, red on the other. I don't care. I don't care enough to fix these stickers. I did them on the wrong side. But we're almost done with this kit, so I'm gonna be okay with that. I'm gonna be all right with kind of fucking that up. But yes, this is supposed to be. I'll fix it. I've talked myself into fixing it. I put red on the wrong side. These should come up. Yeah. So then we'll just put that right there for a second. Talk myself into fixing it. And then okay. Put this in the wrong spot again. All right. I'm going to need a little liquid cement on this one because I kind of fucked up the sticker. Just understandable. So Saturday stream, I will be getting a new a new Lego. Jesus, Pat. I am going to be doing a Mega Constructs. It's not Lego, but it is a brick kit. I'm doing a new brick kit starting on Saturday. It is the Kanto Region Pokedex, and it's got some lenticular cards. And one thing I really love, which I talked a little bit about in the video about the thing, is that the Pokemon that you see in the Pokedex are stylized like the Mega Constructs Pokemon kits. So they don't look like the, you know, the video game or the anime or the trading cards. They look like they look in the Mega Constructs. And that's fucking cool. That's a fucking really cool idea that I'm really on board with. I just think that's really neat and a great idea. But so we'll be assembling that, and then we can figure out what Pokemon I want to put in there with their other lenticularness. I'm excited to put that together. That should be a fun build. And again, we'll pause that so that on Monday I can work on a Christmas-themed Lego set and all that. So I don't know what stickers I missed on this, but I did miss a couple. There was one that we fucked up, but I did miss a sticker somewhere on this build. And I don't know. Again, I don't know where I missed that. It's all right. It happens. The most important thing is that I'm done with this kit, and that the next thing I'm working on, I don't think has any sticker. It might have stickers. I haven't opened up the package yet, but I don't think that thing has any stickers, which would be great. I just need to get these feet to sit in here. So that goes in, and then it kind of sits down. There it goes. Okay. Yeah, that takes a little effort to get in, but it's worth it. I'm actually going to take this foot off and do it like this because it reduces the risk of things flying out and getting weird. Yeah, this is so much easier to do. Great. It's like a friction hold. That's so much easier. And now we have the alt version. Whoops. All right. Oops. I gotta get this leg on. Come on. Oops. The gun fell. Oh no. This kit, I would describe this kit as kind of ambitious and kind of fun. Overall, happy to work on it. Thank you to Aristofan for picking this kit up for me to work on. I do appreciate you. It's a lot. And it was a lot of fucking stickers. But we did manage to build all of it. And we only missed 3 stickers. And I don't know where those stickers were supposed to go. But I'm not going to find out. It's okay. So I'll take a photo of this after the stream is over. Because the stream is over. We finished it. We did it. We did the thing. The thing that we wanted to accomplish. We are triumphant in doing so. And now all that's left is to go on a raid. Because there are other people out there doing cool shit on the internet. And we want to go hang out with them. That is how every stream around here ends. As John often says, we always end with a raid. Because that's what I say. And then John repeats it. That's how you know. So who should we raid tonight? Let's find out. This camera, I adjusted. I'll fix it. I'll fix it later. Again. He says as he fixes it himself. I'll fix it again. I'm not happy where this camera is placement. It fell or something. Anyway, we need to go raid somebody. So let's go find out who that person is going to be. Who's doing shit out there that we want to go hang out with. We had some frame rate drop here at the end. That's some bit rate drop, which is always fun. Hey, speaking of Indiana Jones, Matt Wiggins is in the Vatican for Indiana Jones. And so we're going to go raid Matt. We have not raided Matt in quite some time, so I'm excited to go do that. Please feel free to come along on this raid. Matt rules. We've got a great community. And it should be fun to watch him check out some Indiana Jones of the Great Circle. I hope you have had a great evening. Thank you for sticking around with me. Thank you for putting up with me and this goddamn kit. It didn't break me. It got very fucking close. But I hope you have a great rest of your night. I will see you on Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern, as we start this thing, which should be really fun. Oh, well, background remover hates it, but you can kind of see what it looks like. It looks great. Anyway, thanks so much. I'll see you soon. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.